Right, here we go. So there's your jets in there. This is more jets of different numbers at the top of it. I'm not really 100% sure of how it works, but I have a good understanding. These are all a matched pair. This whole set is all matched, and that one is. Learnt that the hard way. So when you hang on. Okay, I'll try again. Zenith carburetor, 42 I think. I can't remember. It's written down there somewhere. Just a single jobby, obviously. This is on a 2.6 litre Austin C series motor of a Austin Westminster A90. They produce about 88 horsepower, and I think the next model up produced a bit more, and they got rid of the carburetor and put twin SUs on it and a few other bits and pieces. Funnily enough, I've actually got 3 of those motors that are in storage. I've got to deal with those. Anyway, this system here, so when you squirt the old throttle like that, which obviously opens the, let's see that, and we'll try this. The old camera's not too good. So there's your throttle plate there. Okay, that all works. Throttle plate. And then it pushes down on this lever here. See that sort of very Heath Robinson basic mechanism. Look at that. And that in turn, I tell you, I wouldn't make a very good teacher. That in turn pushes that piston. Mind you, who would want to be a school teacher? And then that piston, well, rod, pushes on this, that cylinder there, that piston there, which then creates fuel to squirt out of, there's a very fine jet in there, and that's your accelerator pump. So that was jammed, and it was jammed at the bottom of that one. That is terrible. How's that? Is that any better? Probably not. Yeah, okay, you can see it's pretty cruddy in there. I had a hell of a job trying to clean that out without wrecking it. I ended up making up a system here. Now, this is so it's just a split pin with a bit of emery. Quite, yeah, it's not that fine to be honest, but it's all I had. And a bit of CRC, and then I kind of honed it up and down and did all sorts. I didn't wreck it, and it was still sticking. It was still jamming in with the spring in there. You'd push it down and it would jam. And I was using this one here, which is aluminium. So I cleaned it all up. As you can see, it looks pretty clean. And it was still, yeah, it was still jamming up. So when you'd go on to full throttle, like the starting, you know, give it a couple of pumps, and that would be it. So this was sticky, this was sat right at the very bottom of this. There's a spring that goes under here. So that, you've got a spring that goes under there. You can see that. Oh, look at that. See, it's even jammed in there now. So, yeah, no, not a very good system. So, but of course I was using that aluminium one in this side here that I cleaned up, and it was still jamming. So if I hold that, oh, look at that. If I hold that right at the bottom, it is coming up. So I believe it's going to work. So I'll pop it all back together, try and get it in frame, and we'll see how it goes. The only thing that I've slightly changed, which I don't know if you can see, see that little wee, where are we? See that tiny hole in there? The middle hole there. See that? That is the jet for the accelerator pump. So squirt that. This is quite simple, and it's taken me nearly 5 minutes to explain it. Squirt, you push that down with that, and fuel splurts out of there, and it splurts into, we'll try another torch, shall we? Into here. So you can see there's a bar. Can you see that T? See that T there? That's just a simple bar, and the fuel comes out of there in a jet, hits that and atomizes. So, you know, that breaks up. Yeah, I know. It would be probably about as crude as you'd get. And that slots into that arrangement there. So it fits in like that, if you know what I mean. I'll tell you what. Yeah, anyway, I'll and there's your float needle there. Fuel in. Probably easier to explain it when it's actually all together instead of this mess. Right, we'll get cracking. Okay, appears to be working. Take it for a test drive. I think that's done the job. It started a lot easier this time. Usually it has been very hard to start. Still running a bit rich, but I think that's just the way these things are. Not really that sure, to be honest. Just got the horn mounted there. Just give you a bit of a go on that. Right, anyway, we'll go for a blast. See how she goes. Okay, we have something else to report. It appears that the overdrive is working. So we're doing, just get up to say 90 kilometres an hour. See that? We're just barely rattling along here. Alright, what's going on up here? I'll tell you what, these bloody arseholes in these double cab utes, my Jesus, I need to kick up their ass. Anyway, so we're not pulling many RPM. We're cruising nicely at, I'll take her up to 90.